April is Stress Awareness Month 2025, a time for us all to take a moment, step back from the noise, and ask ourselves one important question: how is stress really showing up in our lives? Whether we realize it or not, stress touches every part of our lives. From the moment we wake up to the moment we fall asleep, many of us are carrying an invisible weight: deadlines, bills, expectations, responsibilities. We keep pushing through, trying to hold it all together, but what's the cost? Stress is the body's natural response to pressure, demands, or perceived threats. It's part of being human. A bit of stress can even be helpful. It can motivate us, sharpen our focus, and push us to perform. But when stress becomes constant, when it's no longer a wave but a weight, that's when it begins to affect us negatively. There are two key types of stress we need to understand. Acute stress is short-term and immediate. It's what you feel before a presentation, during a heated conversation, or in an unexpected moment. Chronic stress, on the other hand, is long-term and persistent. It builds up over time. It can come from ongoing challenges at work, financial struggles, relationship issues, or poor health. Often, we don't even notice how much it's wearing us down until we start to see the signs. Stress shows up in many ways. Physically, through headaches, muscle pain, fatigue, and even digestive problems. Emotionally, as anxiety, irritability, low mood, or that feeling of being constantly overwhelmed. Behaviorally, through disrupted sleep, changes in appetite, withdrawing from social life, or relying more on substances like caffeine, sugar, or alcohol. And that brings us to a really powerful concept: the stress container. Imagine every one of us carries an invisible container. Into that container goes everything that causes us stress: work pressures, family demands, money worries, health concerns, even daily irritations like traffic or emails. The size of that container is different for everyone. But one thing's certain: if we don't find ways to release the pressure, the container overflows. That's when we start snapping at people, losing sleep, or feeling like we can't cope. So what can we do about it? It starts with healthy management strategies. At work, it's about taking regular breaks, being realistic with our workload, setting boundaries around availability, and knowing when to switch off. At home, it's about creating calm routines, finding small daily rituals that bring a sense of peace, even if it's just 5 minutes to breathe, move, or rest. And socially, it's about protecting your energy, surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, not wear you down. Connection should feel safe, not stressful. Another key area people don't always link to stress is the gut. Alcohol, for example, is one of the most common coping tools we turn to, especially here in the UK. It's become socially accepted, even encouraged, as a way to unwind. But the reality is, alcohol does more harm than good when it comes to stress. It disrupts the gut microbiome, weakens the immune system, and interferes with the gut-brain axis, the powerful communication pathway between your gut and your mind. The result? Higher stress sensitivity, mood swings, and lower resilience. So what we think is helping us cope is actually making things worse over time. On the flip side, when we nourish the gut with healthy foods, hydration, and reduced alcohol intake, we strengthen our emotional balance, mental clarity, and ability to manage stress. Which brings us to what I call the Holy Quarternity of mental health and stress management. These are 4 foundational habits that, when in place, can transform your life from just surviving to truly thriving: a balanced, nutritious diet. Regular physical movement, even a short walk counts. Adequate, quality sleep, not just time in bed, but real rest and recovery. And mindful screen time, because the average person spends over 16 to 20 years of their life staring at screens. In the US, it's as high as 20.5 years. Imagine what we could do with even a portion of that time redirected to things that nourish us. And of course, none of this works in isolation. You need support, and you deserve it. That starts with social support. Speaking to friends, sharing how you feel with family, or connecting with someone who truly listens can be one of the most powerful ways to offload stress. You also have professional support. Therapy and counseling are not last resorts, they're proactive tools. A safe space where you can process what you're experiencing with someone trained to guide you. And then, there's mental health first aid. This is something I am incredibly passionate about. Every organization should have at least 1 in 5 staff trained in mental health first aid. MHFA follows the same principles as physical first aid, recognizing early signs, offering initial support, and signposting the right resources. It builds compassionate cultures, increases awareness, and saves lives. It's not just training, it's a movement. To close, I want to leave you with this: stress is part of life. But how we manage it, how we respond to it, that's within our power. Lead with love. And that starts with self-care. Because when you prioritize your own well-being, you create space to support others. And that's how we move from simply existing, to living happy, healthy, and well, together. This Stress Awareness Month, I invite you to pause, take stock, and take action. For yourself. For your team. For your life.